I'm here in Parliament Square. I'm about to undertake the Pub Escalator Challenge. Now, what is that, you may ask? Let me explain the rules. Each pub you visit, you have to have a beer at a higher ABV than the last. If you fail, the game ends. You can only visit a pub once. You can only have one drink in each pub. If you pass the pub on the same street, you have to go in. Once you enter a pub, you have to buy a drink. It's time to get to the first pub, and I'm going to make it really easy. There's a Badger pub just over there. I doubt they're going to have anything that's 0%. That would have been ideal to have 0% beer. Not something like you'd normally hear me saying, but I think they should at least have ale on, and if they've got their bitter, it would be 3.6, golden ale 3.8 or 4% otherwise, so I think that's an okay starting position for this challenge. As expected, they didn't have any 0% beers on there, but they did have the bitter, which was 3.7 for a half, £2.95, and I'm walking straight up to my next pub. Not much distance at all. It's the Fuller's Red Lion. Worst case scenario, I should be able to get a London Pride in here, which is 4.1%, which brings me up, but not massively. But I'm hoping they've maybe got Hophead at 3.8. Well, that worked out perfectly. Hophead 3.8, so I've gone up 3.7 to 3.8. I've got a decision now. If I go straight up here, I'm going to be hitting 4 pubs because they're all on the road opposite each other, and by the rules I have to go in. Although I could technically take a right turn here and try and avoid them. Because I'm only at 3.8, I'm going to push on because I think the first pub has ale on, so I should be able to get something maybe at 3.94%. And then it's probably onto some lagers, moving the percentages upwards. Pub number 3, the Clarence, completed. 2 things. Firstly, as the percentage is going up, so do the prices of the halves seem to be going up. That was quite more expensive than the rest. Secondly, I realised a slight issue. A lot of the beers, lagers, don't list the ABVs on them. But thankfully, I'm a dab hand at sort of knowing ABVs of the mainstream lagers. But on this one, thankfully, the one I did get was Young Sun 4%, which was a collab between, I think, Beavertown and Young's. And that means I've put it at 4%, perfect. So the next pub along, I've got options now. I've got options. This is where Guinness comes in at 4.2. If I can find something 4.1, perfect. Otherwise, it's 4.2 for Guinness. Just been in the old shades where I had the half of Guinness, as I quite expected. I'm now looking and going, oh, the Silver Cross is right there, but officially, based on door entrance, I would say the Horse Guardsman across the road by the McMullans, which used to be the Lord Moon on the Mall Weatherspoons, is officially the next one I'm crossing. So I'm going to do a dodgy zigzag across the road and back again. McMullans used to be my area. I can't quite think what they've got. I know they had like AK bitter, which was 3.6%, but they've got a session IPA and stuff, so let's go in and see. Got to be above 4.2.
Puede ser.
Got very lucky there at the Horse Guardsman. It was 4.3% for the country, so just a 0.1% higher. So that worked in my favour. I'm going to cross over the road now to the Green King Silver Cross. I'm going to assume I'm going to have to move across to Lager, and it might be Camden Hells at 4.6 that I'm going to have to go to. Just to note, this is the first place where the price hasn't escalated upwards. It's actually gone down, back under the £3 mark. As luck would have it, in the Silver Cross, I managed to get Cold Harbour Lager 4.4%. I mean, it's going really well. Like 0.1, 0.2 percentage points at a time. Before anyone says it, Walkers of Whitehall, I've passed it, but it's not actually on the road, it's on the side road, so haven't walked past it at all. By my rules, it's a shit pub anyways, and I'm not going in. The only thing this has opened up is where I'm heading from here. I know my ultimate destination where I want to go because Brewdog's over that way and I know they've got high ABV, guaranteed. But I think just because I come from a Green King, there's a Green King pub up this way, so I'm going to hit Green King, Nicholson's, Green King, Nicholson's. But the Green King pub should have Aspel's Draft Cider, which is 4.5%, because that place was selling it. Which would mean I'm only going up 0.1% again. And then I've just got to find Camden Hells at 4.6, hopefully at the Nicholson's. This is going much better than I expected. Onward. Just to cut off anyone that is perhaps going to look at a map and question me, the Chandos, which is a Sam Smith's pub, is not on this road. Although I can see it, I'm going to say, officially, it's not on this road, it's not on that road either. It's over there. So I haven't passed it on the street per se. And I'm just going to carry on to the Garrick with my plan. Just finished at the Garrick. They didn't have Aspel's, but they did have Flint Eye, which was 4.5% as well, so perfect. Meeting my sort of criteria of going up a small amount at a time. Although Flint Eye is a bit crap, not enjoyable. Also, the theatre crowd is starting to come out alongside the tourist crowd, which I've been contending with. Next stop for me is just over the road, is Bear and Staff. So I've just done the Bear and Staff. I managed to get the Hells at 4.6%. Officially, my rules, is that Green King on this road? It's not, but I'm going to go there. But my concern is, I'm thinking 4.6 is going to push me up to 5%. There's not going to be a 4.8 in between. And then I'm going to go Porcupine afterwards. I'm going to start struggling from this stage onwards. Let's get into this pub and see what they've got. that screwed me over slightly. Yeah, that wasn't what I quite expected. The beers on the board, literally I think was 4.6, the exact same as what I had with the Cabinet of Hells. So I had to go for Peroni at 5.1. Now, this may sound controversial or weird. I know the Porcupine would have had stuff that's probably 4.8 or 5%. I don't know if it's got 5.2, but in my terminology, I'm turning off, it's there, I'm turning off before it. So I'm not passing it. I'm going into Chinatown. So there we go. I haven't passed the pub, therefore I don't need to go into it. I'm going to head to a place that I know is going to probably offer something at 6%, because I don't know if the Porcupine is going to offer anything at 5.2 or above. I really can't think what they've got. There's Nicholson's. I've been into 2 Nicholson's already. I can't see what they're offering at that level. And as I say, by the term of pub, I mean, they're not charging an entry fee at any time, which Q Lounge or Q Bar is out of the equation because they charge entry at certain times. To say I'm disappointed in myself is an understatement. I've been to a lovely, I'll call it Dutch beer bar, and I've gone and ordered a bloody beer from London, but it keeps me in the stakes. It was the lowest ABV, next step up, so I've had to do it. This is where my beer knowledge or my London pub scene knowledge is coming in. So right now, I'm thinking there is the Lyric down there, which I know does some stronger stuff, stronger by, I mean, 6%. But I think to get there, I can't see a way I can get there. Even on the side roads, because Soho's there, I think I'm going to pass the pub, and that means I've got to stop there. I just can't see it. I'm going Brewdog, which was my sort of stay near and around, because they do obviously double-digit percentage beers. But I'm going into Brewdog on a, well, 5.5% plus beer. Not what I wanted, not what I expected, but again, I expected to not even get to this many pubs. I've just done the Brewdog in 7 Dials. I walked in and they had a mead on that was the perfect percentage to move me up one. Unfortunately, it was off. So I had to end up going for Elvis juice, which was 6.5%. So now I am in a bit of a pickle. I need to find a place that's going to make sure that I am buying a beer over 6.5%. Based on my knowledge of London, what I'm going to do right now from 7 Dials is I'm going to head to the Craft Beer Company. Craft Beer Co have a place just up here. I'm not going to pass any other pub on the way, and hopefully they should have something. It could be it's 8%, but I mean, that's just going to push me up next level, and it means I've hit another pub, and then after I get there I'll think about where I'm heading next. But it looks like I'm at the short end of the straw. This is it, quite near the end. this could be the end if they don't have another beer that's high and half, 6.5. So yep, I've managed to get one more beer in, quite a high ABV, but I'll take it, sour beer as well. Can I get one more? I'm in, obviously, Covent Garden area, and I'm looking at it and going, there's one option. There is one final option to boost the ABV up and get one final pub. For me, that option is the Belgian beer bar, Lowlander. I'm just gonna say, I've had to cut through to avoid pubs to get to the area I want to go to. There are a few pubs on the way, had to take side roads, perfectly acceptable according to the rules. And here I am at potentially last pub. I think it's really gonna, I'm gonna struggle to find a pub above this place. Like there's a Green King that way, there's a Shepherd Neame that way, and there's an Independent that way. And I don't think any of them are gonna beat the ABV that I'm gonna go for here. All I can do, let's go for it. There we go, half pint. I'm here in the lovely Lowlander Cafe. And honestly, this is 9%. I don't think I'm gonna get higher than that. The final pub, I've not got beyond the percentage, so the escalator has ended.